Meanwhile, a small community in the heart of the Murray-Darling Basin has had a gutful demanding the controversial Murray-Darling Basin Plan be scrapped. Andrea Crothers is there. Andrea, locals are rallying. What are their main complaints?
That's right, Chris. You can see behind me here there is a huge turnout today. We've got at least 1,000 people here showing hands at their disgust for the plan. Why are they here? Well, they feel cheated, Chris. Cheated that the plan is not working for everyone along the basin. Now, we are in the small town of Tocumwal. It's about a population of 2,700 people. It is a very big agricultural district. Its main commodities are rice, dairy, other crops, as well as grazing. Now, they are heavily reliant, and they say that this plan is not working. There are two major gripes, all centre around the amount of environmental flows going down into the lower lakes in South Australia, as well as allegations of mismanagement and bad, dodgy floodplain water harvesting up in the Northern Basin. Now, we had a chat to a few of the people here. Take a listen.
Yeah, we are damn frustrated. And like, our family's been on our property for 107 years. I can't see a future for it. And if the people out there, if they think their grocery bills are expensive now, in 5 years' time, be ready for it to be double with all us guys gone. Because that's a fact.
The main message for Minister Littleproud for me would be to get real, get realistic. From all the comments I've heard from him over the last 6 months, he has got no understanding of water whatsoever.
You've got your kids out of school here today. Is that a first?
Absolutely. I've never rallied in my life, and I would never normally take the kids out of school, but it's incredibly important that they want to be able to have a future on the farm, and how is it fair that they aren't able to be given that opportunity?
Now, Chris, that last person you heard from there was Kelly Costley. She travelled from Deniliquin to be here today, as you heard. She's brought her children along because that's what this comes down to today for everyone here. It is about their future, a future they say they will not have if the plan keeps going as it is. They want it scrapped. Now, someone else who has been quite outspoken on the Murray-Darling Basin Plan, particularly when it comes to regards to some of the commodities being grown along the plan, including cotton, is South Australia Senator Rex Patrick. Take a listen.
David Littleproud has one view in respect of the Murray-Darling, and that is that he needs to look after his mates up in Goondiwindi and Dalby and St George in respect of cotton. There is one problem with the Murray-Darling that needs to be fixed, and that is the over-allocation of water, and he's ignoring that problem.
You standing around in the Melbourne CBD, I tell you what, it's a beautiful location there on the river. But obviously a lot of people there and a lot of anger, and these are not the sort of people, the farmers along the river, that normally turn up at protests. Give us a sense of their feeling and what's driven them to gather in these numbers.
That's right, Chris. This is certainly not a group of people that stand up like this easily. Now, we did have a similar rally to this in Deniliquin a year ago. There's this rally now, but the one thing they have been saying is whilst they are frustrated, whilst they are fed up, whilst they are in fear for what will happen in the future, they say they will not stop. And if people do not listen after today, well, they will continue to rally. And they'll take it into the heart of Melbourne, into the heart of Sydney, down to Lake Burley-Griffin in Canberra. But the one person who is noticeably not here is David Littleproud, the Water Minister. Now, he has been touring the lower basin earlier this week. He's up in the Gulf today. Now, one of the things he did say is that he understands the frustration that people along the basin have, saying that this is now the time to have security. This isn't a perfect plan. These people are the ones that want to pause the plan. Well, what for? What for? He says a detrimental change to this plan will destroy communities. You'll wipe out small towns that I know, and I know people by face and by name, and that I can't look them in the eye and do that now. David Littleproud also says he understands he's not popular, but that's all about being a leader. Now, as for this crowd here, we are on the move. They are about to cross the Murray River, including with a statue of David Littleproud in a toilet bowl, because that's exactly what they say he is doing to the Murray-Darling Basin Plan. They claim that he is putting them down the toilet bowl, Chris. So we'll keep you updated as it all happens here today in Tocumwal.
There you go. Thanks, great stuff there. Andrea Crothers there.